Hello, hello, my beautiful Geminis. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today we are just doing a, as you come to it, timeless reading for you Geminis. Thank you so much for all of the views on my last video, which is still relevant. It is January to June 2026 with an oracle card for each month. So if you haven't watched that, feel free to do so. Please remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to be doing a coffee cup today. Everybody seems to enjoy those, as do I. I'm always shocked and surprised at what comes out. Also, my guides wanted me to use the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh, as well as the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So we're going to start with the coffee cup, go on to the oracles, and then I'm going to pull tarot live on the video with you. So let's dive right in. Please don't forget to give the video a like, a thumbs up, a share. If you haven't subscribed and you like my style of reading, I would be honored to have you as a subscriber. My channel is still growing. Still growing. All right, that doesn't seem to want to come off there. Okay. All right, cup. Let's see. Here's the overview of your cup. It looks kind of complicated. There's lots and lots of little things in there, but we're going to see what the messages are that Spirit gives us for this. I see, like if I'm looking at the bottom, I see it looks like lots of connected things, connective tissue in your body, like when you see a picture of like neurons firing in the brain, all those types of things. This could mean, Geminis, that you are overthinking some things right now, that you're Spirit, what's the word? Overanalyzing, overthinking, something that has your brain just firing off constantly and continually. That's very taxing. So if there is something like that going on with you, please take some time out from that. Relax, breathe, just let things go for a time, right? I know that, I have worries and sometimes I worry about things. And it's hard for me to do that, but sometimes I just have to make myself do it, because if I don't, then Spirit will cause me to have to slow down somehow. They'll put something in my path that makes me stop, okay? So don't let that be the reason. You can find time. I see lots of celebrating, people like jumping up and dancing. It's all through the cup. So there is definitely something for you to celebrate, even though you have this analytical possible worry about something interfering. There is also a lot to be celebrated, Geminis. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. We're about to get into the year of the fire horse in about another month, right? So that's going to bring in a lot of energy, bold change, bold moves, things like that. I see a heart with wings. That's right over here. There is a heart with wings. So that could mean a few things, Spirit. What do you want for the Geminis? So one of the messages about that is giving your heart away too freely. Like sometimes we're too trusting. One of the things that I learned in my relationships, in my many years of them, is that the longer you take to get to know a person, the stronger the relationship is. This is even in friendships, okay? Sometimes we meet somebody and it could be their looks or something they say, maybe they're really funny, and we just immediately think, oh, this is my bestie, or this is the guy I'm going to marry. And then as you go along, you realize, wait a minute, this person isn't exactly how they presented themselves that first time, or I jumped in too fast, okay? So that's the message with that heart with wings, not to give your heart away too quickly or too easily. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, next Okay, let me see what so this is so weird. Sometimes I get the weirdest things. Right here, some of you are going to know what this is that I describe and some aren't. You see how there's like a little pedestal and like it looks like almost like a tiger or an animal with a tail. When I was growing up, we had these little things, and I don't remember what they're called, but it was like plastic, and they had a little pedestal, and if you pushed on the bottom of the pedestal, the arms and legs and head would move. It's like they were on stretchy string, and you could push up on the pedestal, and I don't know, Spirit, what is the meaning of that? They're saying, okay, I understand now. This kind of goes along with that heart thing. So they're saying, Geminis, somebody may be manipulating your actions, either because they're telling you something and you're going all in, and you're just believing everything they say. So you're doing things and you're not stopping to listen. You're just letting them push that pedestal up and down, and you're just going where they go and believing what they believe and saying, okay, so that's the weirdest way to get that message across. Oh my gosh. But so right above that is this breakthrough, right? You see how the coffee grounds have parted. And so you really need to get in touch with your inner self, get in touch with what makes you feel good. That's what we should be using as a guide for who we align ourselves with, who we hang out with, who we date, is how they make us feel. Not how they look, not how much money they have, not who their family is, but how we feel when we're with them. How do they make us feel? That's how you should be. And my business phone is ding ding dinging, so there's an exclamation point on that. Okay. So remember that. It's how that person makes you feel, how you feel around that person. That's how you should be choosing who you align yourself with, who you hang with, who you date, etc. Okay, let's see. I see. This is so funny. Okay, so there are 3 like bodies here, and there's an X on top of one of them. And there's a half an X on the top of the other. This is all going to the same thing. Like there's 3 people there. One of them, that person does not make you feel good. It could be it's probably people. Maybe you went to a job interview and you really wanted the job and the description sounded good, but when you get to the interview, you're like, I don't feel good about that person. It's happened to me before. Could be in your friend group. Like maybe you have a group of 3 or 4 friends, and one of them you just don't get a good feeling about them. You need to listen to those red flags. Okay, Gemini? This is a really strange coffee cup. I see another X in here. See it? There's another X right there. There is somebody or something, I don't know if it's a coworker, a friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. Someone needs to go. That's the feeling that they're giving me that really strong. There's someone that you have been, palling around with, whatever word you want to use, and that's not good for you. And Spirit is telling me that you already know. You can feel it, but there's a reason why you keep hanging around with that person. It's either who they're connected to or the access that they have to something that you want. I don't know. In your mind, you're giving yourself a reason for staying around them, when in your heart and your gut, you know that it's not right. Okay. Wowzers. I see another X. Definitely somebody you need to get in. They're showing me like a couple things on a game that my husband plays. It's called Hogwarts Legacy. When you target an enemy, a green X is on them, and they're showing me that. And they're also showing me a game show where a big red X goes over the person when they're eliminated. There's Geminis, I don't know. I would love to hear in the comments. Of course, it's probably not something you want to talk about, but couple of X's here. X is above a figure, person or whatever. Remember that your brain is firing and being very analytical right now. Maybe that is the problem. You're thinking with your mind and not your heart, or you're not giving them equal focus. Let me just see. It's like the same. That's weird. So I see like, well, I say that right. One, two, I see like 3 hammers in the white spots down here. Hammers can be indicative of building something, but they can also be indicative of breaking something down. Also can mean hammering it home about these exes or this person or these people. All right, Spirit, is there anything else you want to show me? That's weird. I don't know who this is going to be for. I see a dog with reindeer antlers on. I don't know if that happened over the holidays for someone, but it's distinct as all get out right here. It's a dog with reindeer antlers on. I see again that celebration, the people celebrating, joyful. So all of it isn't, and also it's a collective. Some of you, the ex person may be related to, and some of you may have big, big reasons to celebrate right now. But remember, you can get out of that situation with that. I wish I knew what to call that little plastic figure that somebody is basically kind of controlling you. Okay, let's see what the plate now has to offer. A lot of liquid in there. Here's your plate. Okay, sorry, it's dripping. Okay, Spirit. Black cloud. See that? There's a cloud hanging over some of you. Remember, this isn't for all of you. Please, I wish that every reading would just be all, champagne and roses and peaches and cream, but I have to give you what Spirit gives me. There's some sort of a black cloud over your happiness right now. But underneath it all is that celebratory energy, as you can see. When we turn it upside down, there's a dog with a wagging tail. Look at that. When we turn the cloud upside down, you're free to move about and do things. The cloud could be your overthinking mind, or something that you're letting cloud things, is what I'm hearing. This right here, some of you may not even know what that is. It's like an old Victrola. Maybe you've seen some movies, or maybe you know what it is on a table, like an old record player. It had a big, huge thing where the sound came out. An old Victrola. I don't know who needed to hear that, or if you have one, or if something about that has been around you, Geminis, but old Victrola, like an antique record player. Okay, let me see. What is this? I see like a Chinese water dragon here. Dragons are very powerful, very wise, very protective. So you may want to call in dragon energy, dragon spirit, to help you through this dark, cloudy time. Jeepers, the water keeps coming. What else? So as we're spinning the plate, on this end of the cloud, you see the people breaking off, breaking out, breaking free from whatever this dark cloud is, Geminis, that's been hanging over you. And it could be different for everyone. It could be a dark cloud about money. It could be a dark cloud about where you live, your relationship, your job. But definitely over analyzing it, because they just want me to do this again to show you the freedom of expression, the freedom that comes from getting away from that dark cloud, getting out of, I see a crab right here. It's distinctly a crab. I see the two claws. That's Cancer energy. That's loving, nurturing energy. If some of you have Cancer prominently in your birth chart, this is just letting you know this is your reading. If you have a prominent Cancer in your life, you may want to have them help you with what is going on with this black cloud. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a lot, Geminis. That was a lot. Okay. So the first card out, this is from the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh, is guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Now, this could have definitely relate to that black cloud and that overthinking that Spirit was giving me, all the neurons firing and just overthinking, maybe even overreacting. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Guilt is a wasted emotion. If there's something that you have guilt about that you can take care of, maybe you weren't truthful with somebody, or I don't know. Sometimes there are little things that we can just nip in the bud. We can go to the person or fix the situation. If you're feeling guilty for no good reason, then you can release that guilt and let it go. Okay, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have number 30, tick-tock. And you see there's a pair of hands with a stopwatch that's attached to a balloon. This is number 30, right? 30 is a 3, creation, collaboration. Timelessness, divine timing, and immeasurable time. Timelessness, well, it's like that Victrola, right? It's a timeless thing. They still work. They were created a long time ago, right? Love is timeless. Beauty is timeless. Your soul's beauty is timeless, right? Divine timing. Things happen when they are meant to happen. When we try and rush things, that doesn't work, right? Immeasurable time. Immeasurable time is sometimes when you're doing something that you love and time just flies by, it's impossible to measure that, right? It's just, you're so happy if you're at a movie or at a play or listening to music or singing or playing the piano. Time flies by and you're so happy and caught up in it. It's like you immeasurable, right? You can't measure that. Thank you, Spirit. It's different examples every time almost with these cards. Then you have number 1. This is new. This can be an opportunity, a new journey. This is yang. This is masculine energy. This is your right side. This is your giving side, right? The masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen and taking action. This is an action card. So timelessness, divine timing, action, guilt are the oracle cards that came through for you along with your coffee cup and plate, I'm going to use the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck. It's one of my favorites. So let's see what the cards are that come on. I've only seen one other reader, and I can't, of course, I can't think of it right now. Her name is Mel. And what is I don't know. I can't think of it. Okay, wow. We have 2 pictures of feet or shoes. Action, walking, making things happen, wearing another person's shoes, fitting into your own shoes. Those are all the messages that Spirit is giving me right now about that. Okay. Wow, that's Ace of Pentacles. That has to do with your job. That's the silver slippers. And if you're not aware, if you've never read the Wizard of Oz books, in the books, the ruby slippers were actually silver slippers. And I like that this artist put a ruby on the card with the silver slippers. But yeah, some of the things in the movie were changed from the series of books. They made them ruby slippers because they thought in the movie they would be more stunning than the silver ones. Okay, Spirit is taking their time. The other one is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, that's this one, is defending your position. Defending your position. Then you have the Red Queen. Then you have the Hierophant. And we'll get into those as we go along. Four of Cups, that's an opportunity that you're not seeing, maybe because you're letting that black cloud cover it up. The Lovers, that's your card, Geminis, your card. This is definitely your reading. Okay. So, first card out, Seven of Wands. You see, that's Alice's feet. She's standing there, and these wands are coming in. They look like swords almost. And she's defending her position. Sevens are reflection, right? So thinking back about your actions, what you've done, and you're defending your position. You're saying, this is why I did this. This is why I chose this. It could also be defending another person. It's kind of a defense card, okay? Either you defending yourself or you defending another. This now is the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are new journeys, new beginnings. You had a 1 card with that Yang masculine energy action card already. So you have 2 ones. You have the 1 and then you have the Ace. Oh, hi, Frankie. The cat is down under the desk. So Pentacles have to do with your money, how you earn your living, your material things. But it can also be your energy and your time. Now, we talked about that in the coffee cup, who you're spending your time with, right? Who are you spending your energy on, right? And so that could also be an opportunity to take a look at who you're spending your time and energy on, as well as your money, maybe. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Swords, air, that's you, right? Queen of Swords. This can definitely be you or a fellow air sign. Feminine energy, Queen of Swords. This is the person who pulls no punches. This is truth, right? Truth. Telling the truth, facing up to the truth, listening to somebody else's truth. Spirit, what else do you have to think? I'm just hearing the truth in all ways. Truth in all ways is what Spirit is saying. So that means you telling the truth and you accepting the truth, or you finding out the truth. It's truth in all ways. I can't say it any better than that. The Hierophant, the blue caterpillar. This is also from Alice. So the Hierophant represents religion, tradition, and this card it's also Taurus energy, the bull. Sometimes we can get into this where our way, it's my way or the highway. This is right, I'm right, you're wrong. And so that's kind of can be Taurus energy. That's earth energy also. But the Hierophant can also be a change in your beliefs, a change in your traditions, something that you may have believed for a long time. You may get a different perspective on it and change your beliefs, right? It's also wisdom, it's learning, it's teaching, it's all of those things. The Hierophant is a lot of different things. Tradition, religion, wisdom, learning, knowing, teaching, right? The Four of Cups. Okay, so you see he's sitting there. I don't know if this is Alice or The Wizard of Oz, because there are a lot of books in that series of The Wizard of Oz, not just the one. So the Four of Cups, he's sitting there kind of staring off into space, and there's this offer dangling here right in front of him, or more than one offer, and he's just not seeing it. Why isn't he seeing it? Fours are stability or stagnation. If you're not open to new ideas, new opportunities, and new things, then you will stagnate. We have to always be learning and growing, gaining new wisdom, possibly cutting things out that we don't like with the friends or coworkers or whatever that was in the coffee cup for you, because we learn and grow. Earth is a school. We're here on Earth School, right? And then your card comes out. This is Dorothy and the Scarecrow, the Lovers. So the Lovers is a choice, but it's also Gemini, right? You have a choice, right? You have a choice of who you align yourself with. You have a choice of how truthful you are. You have a choice of letting go of guilt. You have a choice of action with the masculine yang card, right? You have a choice of how you spend your time. This TikTok, so Spirit is now tying that in with that Ace of Pentacles. How do you spend your time and energy? Who are you spending it with, my beautiful Geminis? Are they worth it? Are they good for you? Sorry, I've got to reach across that. You really need to consider who and where you're spending your time, effort, and energy on. This seems to be a very important theme for this reading, right? Letting go of guilt, getting rid of that burden, right? And taking action, however it needs to be, right? The action could be getting rid of the guilt. The action could be getting away from the person that should not, that you shouldn't be aligning with. It's going to be different reasons for all of you. I've said this before. In my lifetime, there have been 3 different times when I've had to end friendships because they were either sucking me dry of my energy, or it was too one-sided, or they just our ideas and morals and integrity didn't align, okay? So Animal Oracle for you is Wolf Pathfinder. Yeah, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Wolf Pathfinder, find your own path. Go your own way. Don't follow others, but teach and help others along their way, right? Gemini, I love that for you. I absolutely love this reading for you. Lots and lots of information. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I will be back in a few weeks with more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.